IndusInd Bank, though, is a stock that we've been tracking very closely over the course of the last 2 weeks in particular. And it has come to light that the bank has appointed an independent professional firm to investigate accounting discrepancies. This will sound familiar, but it is actually different. Harsh is back to tell you more about this. Harsh, there was already a committee that was studying. This is a separate thing, isn't it?
Well, yes, absolutely, Alex. This will actually measure who was accountable to actually try and ensure that all of the accounting happens in a fair and transparent manner. And therefore, this will actually measure where has the lapse been and who has to be held accountable for the lapse. That's essentially the goal of this. Independent firm appointed. They're going to comprehensively investigate the accounting discrepancies. They're going to assess the correctness of the accounting treatment of derivative contracts. My guess is that this will, in some form or shape, allay any concerns of any other accounting discrepancies as well, which could have crept in, and double down with regard to the impact of this 2.35% of net worth is the current established impact. But the RBI has guided the bank to establish by Q4 exactly and quantify it and account for it, the impact I mean. And they will also guide and identify lapses to establish accountability. So where have the lapses been? Where do you plug the loopholes so that such lapses don't happen in the future? And who should be accountable for these lapses? All of those will likely get determined as a result of this.
What I find interesting is that this is over and above what IndusInd Bank has already announced. So is this additional scrutiny that's coming in? What has happened to PwC, which was looking into it? You know, a lot of questions there. Avinash, just on IndusInd, we did see recovery after the first set of drubbing, but we should pull the 1 month chart. I'm just wondering if fears are allayed, in your view, with an external committee now coming in, or, you know, I think people would wait to watch and see what comes out of this finally.
No, Tamanna, I think it's better to wait and watch because clearly, you know, from the higher levels, the stock has corrected sharply. And I think now the most important data point would be the fourth quarter numbers. The management has gone on record saying that it would be a profitable quarter and growth will resume. I think the numbers would be more important to quantify, you know, these kind of decisions which have been taken as of now. So I think these are process changes which I think the markets would observe, you know, for some time. But I think the key number to watch out would be the, you know, the March quarter and the April to June quarter, because if there's no negative surprise, then I think the stock should stabilize. But if there are any further negative surprises, you know, from the numbers which come out, then I think it could further, you know, put the stock under some pressure. So I think net we are positive on the stock and constructive, but we would say that, you know, somebody who is going to be an extremely conservative investor would prefer to wait for the March or maybe the June quarter.